Bitaxe Gamma.
If I drown, would you pull me back to you? If I drown in your poison.
Alright squad, Bluebird Crypto, back with another video, and today it's the Bitaxe Gamma. So we've got a manual, which is actually quite nice because I don't think the Avalon Nano 3 came with much of a manual. But we've got some, we've got some goodies here. Is this a little, what is that? It's a little Christmas Pikachu. How cool is that? Nice one. That's cool. It's the little things, but you can sit there. That's cool. I'm happy with that. We've got a holder for the Bitaxe. Nice, nice blue. Got like a nice blue, sparkly finish to it. 3D printed. That is cool. All right. This is where we have our first problem, possibly. Is this bent? Is that supposed to be? Okay, so I'm going to need an adapter, which I think I've got an adapter for these. Alright, we've got an adapter. So, I actually got these adapters when I first bought my Bobcat for helium. And it came in a pack of 3. So, luckily, we've got one left. Looking a bit jank, that's the power situation. But we will plug this in. I don't know how well that's going to actually stay plugged in. And this must be it. That looks like the stock cooler. Got some of the bits and bobs as well. What are these? Oh, hey up. Bitaxe. Nice key ring. Bitaxe. Lovely jubbly. And we've got another. Wow, we've got a little. You know what? Oh, if you put this in your fingers, then it wiggles, won't it? Oh, good. Well. Review is looking so good with some little gizmos. That's what it's all about. Yeah, looking good. Okie dokie, and let's open the Bitaxe now. Alright, so we've got the computer booted and basically ready to sort the GUI out, but let's give it a cheeky turn on. That's what she said. Alright, we're going to have to go through the setup process. Let's have a look at how rough this is. So, the Bitaxe is all set up. We're currently running at about 1.1 gigahash. This keeps on flicking. And we're using 21 watts. So, pretty damn efficient. Pretty happy with that. Currently running at 49.4 degrees, but we are in a room which is currently 8 degrees, and that's Celsius, so it is cold right now in the mining shed. I expect yours to be hotter. Word on the street is this is the default fan that comes with the Bitaxe, and it isn't great at keeping it cool, which isn't too much of a problem right now because the shed is so cold. The heatsink does actually get really hot. For saying that we're using 21 watts, I don't know why 21 watts doesn't feel like a temperature that would actually get warm, but I wouldn't be able to keep my finger on here for more than that really. So yeah, it does get pretty hot. So the strategy that I'm doing with this one is we're mining to Lucky Monster along with the Nano, so they're both mining on the same pool to try and basically bring the hash rate up a little bit more and increase the chance. So they're both working together for me. So we're bouncing, usually stays at 21, it can go up to about 21.3. I don't think it goes much further than that. The fan's on auto at the moment, it does like to bounce up and down, so if you're going to have this inside, like say in your bedroom or something, you'd probably want to set the fan to a set speed just to stop it from going. It's a very quiet fan, I don't know if you can even hear it. There's two, there's one at the front and one at the back. But yeah, the fans are pretty damn silent. But yeah, setup was dead easy with this. So all you do is you can just do it on your phone or on your laptop. It's probably easy to do it on the laptop because it seems to open the web page as soon as you try and connect up. But you would go to the Wi-Fi settings on whatever device you're using, and you'll have it will tell you what the name of your thing is on setup, and you basically just connect to it from Wi-Fi. There's no password to connect to or anything, and then once you've done that, it will give you your GUI or graphical user interface to connect to on a web page, and then there's no password to get into it or anything. So you just change the settings and then you choose what you want to mine to. Pretty easy, everything's set up. Got this one from Decentral. Other companies will be the same, they'll just have their own sort of version of the branding. They set up all of the software and everything for you, so that's all good. If you're looking at profitability, if we were going to pool mine on this, currently with Bitcoin Cash, we would be making a cent a day. So we are talking big numbers with this. Might just get myself a few cheeky Lambos. But yeah, so that's Bitcoin Cash, getting a cent a day. Bitcoin is not as good. We'd be losing a cent a day. That's just pool mining though. So this kind of device, the meaning behind it is to solo mine, because if you mine on a pool which has sort of a big following already and the hash rate's really high, it doesn't help with decentralizing the network, because the majority will be under that one pool. So the idea with these is to have lots and lots of little solo miners that are basically splitting the centralization up. So it's a nice idea. I'm not too sure how effective it is, because you're going to have a few, maybe million of these to start changing any sort of hash rates. Just a nice little gimmick really. And I'm running it as a lottery miner. Like I said, it's connected to Lucky Monster, which my Avalon Nano 3 is connected to. So they are currently using, I think they should be just over 5 gigahash in power. So giving me a little bit more chance on hitting a block with Bitcoin Cash. Haven't hit one as of yet, but I'm sure you'll all be the first to know when it does happen. So this is basically what the GUI looks like. You've got your hash rate, your efficiency, how many shares you've got, and yeah, just power details, just the basics. Get to see temperature, same as any other GUI really. Swarm, I'm pretty sure that's just when you have multiple devices, you can see them all. I think that's what it's for. And then you've got your network configuration. This is what you use when you first set up the Bitaxe to sort of choose what network it's going to be on. And then you've got your settings for your mining pool, and also changing the fan if you want it to be set on a permanent one. Funny little Easter egg of putting it on fan speed of 100 to get an S19 simulator. Anybody that's had an S19 will probably get PTSD seeing that. It's just a nice little GUI, nice and simple, looks quite cool. So here's the mining pool. This is Lucky Monster. This is what the Avalon Nano was previously running on, and as you can see from just before 8 o'clock today, that's when the Bitaxe came online. Currently the Avalon Nano is running at 4.7 terahash and the Bitaxe is running at 1.2, so combined of almost 6 terahash, but obviously this jumps up and down. This isn't always like this. Sometimes it can drop as low as less than a terahash. On average, it's looking pretty good. It seems to be hashing at the rate that
they do advise. I think they say between 1 and 1.2, just to give you an idea on price as well. It is a lot of money. This isn't something that you'd buy to make money. You're not going to expect any sort of return on investments on this. Just had a quick look. Also, a few people have said that the original cooling fan or basic cooling is not powerful enough. So if we go for something like Noctua, and then if you had this shipped from Decentral to the UK, you're looking at about 283 Canadian dollars, which is roughly £159.30 GBP. So it is a good chunk of money for what you're actually getting. You're just not going to get that much money from this, and the chances of hitting a Bitcoin or a Bitcoin Cash block is pretty low. So personally, if you're trying to do it for profit or to actually make a return on your money, it is not a good idea. As a gimmick or as a gift for someone that likes crypto, I think this is quite a good, nice little thing to get someone else. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything you want me to check with the Bitaxe. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.